name is Thanks Shokhabile and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited about this video. Today I'm continuing with our series of the Great King Bible study, and we are looking at principle of King David's victories. As I'm studying the life of King David, the great king, I am learning that King David was a man who lived by principles. The Cambridge English Dictionary defines principle as a basic idea or rule that explains or controls how something happens or works. So King David had an idea of victory. King David knew the rules of victory, which is key in Hosea chapter 4 verse 6, King James Version. God said, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." And my people means believers. My people means Christians are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And I am so glad that you clicked the play button, because this video will give you knowledge. So King David was rich in knowledge. King David was rich in principles of victory, and he did not end with knowledge. He applied the principles of victory and he was victorious. So the first principle of victory that King David applied in his life is that King David inquired of the Lord. This writing, David inquired of the Lord, is repeated a lot of times in the first and second books of Samuel. There's a story that I want us to unpack and pay attention to regarding David inquiring of the Lord. I'll summarize the story. You can also read it on your own in the first book of Samuel, chapter 30. So King David and his men were living in a town called Ziklag, and they went away for some time. And while they were away, their enemy, the Amalekites, came and they burnt their town, and they took their children and their wives. So when King David came back after some time with his men, the town was burned, and they didn't find their children and their wives. So they wept. King David wept. They were distressed, and so his men, they even wanted to stone him. They even wanted to stone their leader. So what King David did is that he inquired of the Lord. He asked God, should I go and take our wives and our children? And this is so profound to me, because this man is a warrior. This man is a fighter. This man is the man who normally win battles, and not only one battles. He has won many battles. And it's so profound to me that he doesn't just weep after weeping and be like, guys, let's go and take our children and our wives. No, he doesn't do that. He goes and inquire of the Lord. It's very interesting that he was very emotional. The Bible tells us that they wept. Actually, the Bible tells us that they wept aloud until they had no strength left to weep. So he was very emotional, and it is so profound that he just didn't make an emotional decision that, okay guys, we are used to fighting, we are used to winning, let's just go and take our wives and children. In his emotion, he did not make a rational decision. If it was me, I think I could have been like, I've been fighting, I'm a winner, look, let's go and take our wives and children. He did not do that, but he inquired of the Lord. This is a person who's experienced in fighting. He's experienced in winning battles, but he did not do that. He did not make a rational decision. He inquired of the Lord. So it is very profound to me. I found this very profound because he did a godly thing instead of a good thing, which is to inquire of the Lord. And I believe that it also takes humility to inquire of the Lord. It takes humility to say, God, I have done this before. I have succeeded before, but should I do it again? Should I do it again? And asking the Lord, man, it can save you time. It can save you life. It can save you money. It can just save you. Yeah. The second principle of victory that King David demonstrated is he strengthened himself in the Lord. We live in a world where self is glorified a lot. We hear people say things like, I am self-made. Women are being taught to have self-love, and there is nothing wrong with loving yourself as a woman. There's nothing wrong with self-care, taking care of yourself. But the question that I have, and I've posted this before on my Facebook and my Instagram, when self is dry, because it will run dry, what must happen? What must happen? If you are supposed to draw out love from self, draw out strength from self, what must happen when self is dry? Yeah. So we are learning from the warrior that he strengthened himself in the Lord. And we see that in 1 Samuel 30 verse 6. Another Bible version uses the word encouraged. David encouraged himself in the Lord. There have been times in my life when I went in the presence of God and said one sentence, God, please strengthen me. Strengthen me. And he did it immediately. Yeah. So let's be like King David and find strength in God. The third principle of victory that King David demonstrated is that he's confident. His best friend strengthened him in the Lord. And you see that, I'm sorry about the background noise. I love doing videos outside, but it does have some challenges. I'm sorry about the background noise. And we see that in 1 Samuel chapter 23 verse 16 to 17 NIV version. And Saul's son Jonathan went to David at Horesh and helped him find strength in God. Don't be afraid, he said. My father Saul will not lay a hand on you. You will be king over Israel, and I will be second to you. Even my father Saul knows this. So Jonathan encouraged David in the Lord. Jonathan affirmed David's purpose. Jonathan loved David. And we need friends like Jonathan in our lives who will help us find strength in the Lord. And we also need to be those friends. We need to be those friends who help our friends find strength in the Lord. And if you are saying, man, I don't have those friends, I am not that friend, don't worry, because my channel is here to encourage you and to help you find strength in the Lord. I hope that this video encouraged you, and let's be like King David. Let's be like King David and apply principles of victory. Thank you for watching. Until I see you again next time. Goodbye.